Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. On this section of the video, we will talk about installing WordPress locally on our computer. While we can install WordPress on our host or on our server, we can also install WordPress on our computer to make developing tasks or designing tasks much more easier. Now, but there might be instances or circumstances where you might actually want to design your website locally or update your website locally before taking it live. Okay, so this section of the tutorial or course would help you. Now I would urge you to follow along with this, with everything we do in this section, because we're actually going to be working a lot more offline, okay, before taking it online. Okay, so on the next section of the video we will talk about probably installing WordPress on our live server. Okay, but on this section we simply want to focus on installing WordPress on our local computer to get things started. So first to start, we just have to install XAMPP. Okay, so we need to install XAMPP, and I've already got it on Google. So just search XAMPP, and the first one you see, the first option you see here, which is XAMPP installer and downloads for Apache Friends at apachefriends.org. You come and click on XAMPP for Windows, and when you do that, it's going to download the XAMPP. I've already got that downloaded and installed already, so I'll skip that step. Okay, so the moment you got XAMPP installed, you would be able to get access to a special IP on your computer. Now that IP on your computer is called your local address or your local IP. Okay, so it's on all computers as soon as you download XAMPP to it, or WAMP. Okay, apart from XAMPP, we could actually use WAMP just for records purposes. We use WAMP server. Okay, so whichever one you find convenient, but I would strictly advise you to use XAMPP because it's what we're going to be using throughout the section, just so you don't get lost in some cases. So we got XAMPP downloaded, and if you got XAMPP installed on your computer, you would see the XAMPP control panel, which I already have opened here. Okay, so this is the XAMPP control panel, and it has Apache and MySQLi. So I was saying, as soon as you download XAMPP on your computer, it gives you access to a special route or a special IP address, which is your local address. And then if you go to that local address, which is 127.0.0.1, okay, you'll be able to see information about XAMPP. Okay, so it's saying we have XAMPP Apache plus MariaDB plus PHP and plus Perl. Okay, so what is MariaDB? It's good to know all of this so we get familiar with what's going on behind the scene on our website. MariaDB is actually our database. Okay, and to access our database, we just need to go to 127.0.0.1/phpMyAdmin. Okay, so this is our database. Our database is where all settings and customizations have been saved on our website. Okay, say you want to change the color, you want the header to be sticky, you want to add different styles to your website. It's possible due to the help of our database. It's been saved in our database, and when you refresh your website, it's been collected from our database. Okay, so to progress, we go to PHP. Now PHP is actually the code base of whatever thing we're doing with WordPress, while XAMPP Apache is what made it possible for us to be exposed to this local IP. So that's it and done. We need to install another add-on, okay, to install WordPress. So if I go back down here in apachefriends.org, there's an add-on buttons right here, and if I click on the add-on button, I'll see an option for WordPress blog. If I click on WordPress blog, it will show me an option to download WordPress. Okay, there are other tools available like Joomla, Drupal, Mautic, and the rest, but we are going to download WordPress, and we're going to choose on the Windows option because I am currently running on Windows. Now if you're running on Linux, you can actually download WordPress for Linux. Okay, but for some reason, I don't think there's a Mac OS version available. Okay, they say OS X native models have been depreciated. Please use XAMPP VM for OS X and Linux version of the add-on. If for some reason you're using Mac OS and Bitnami does not have Bitnami, which is the site providing WordPress for XAMPP, okay, does not have a version for Mac OS. Okay, so we'll devise a method for us to do that. I will show us another way to install. But for now, if you're using Windows and Linux, please just follow while we'll install WordPress on our Windows machine. So I click on Windows and it tells me to sign in. I'll say no. And I click on no thanks, just take me to the download. So as soon as I do that, the download starts. I'm not going to download this because I already got it downloaded and installed already on my computer. So the next thing I want to do is that after the installation, follow the installation prompt promptly. Okay, it's going to ask for a field called the ports. Okay, so you need to expose the ports to the port you want to make available. Okay, like for instance, there's going to be a session where you say port what do you want, and for instance I specify port 81. Okay, and that port 81, now if I go to 127.0.0.1 semicolon 81, okay, I'll be able to access it. Now if you know you have no technical experience about this, just follow the command prompt promptly and just press next, 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 and next. They have the best option available for you there, so just press next and you're going to be on the same page with me. Okay, but if you know how to tweak the settings, you could go ahead. If for some reason your port 81 is being blocked on your computer, you could go ahead to tweak it. But if I go to this link 127.0.0.1 semicolon 81, I'll see awesome, WordPress is now installed on our site. Okay, now if I click on access WordPress, I'll see that all of this is up and running. Now this is what a fresh installation of WordPress looks like. Okay, so I think with this we're golden. One other thing I like to specify is that now the port which this is running on is quite different from the usual local hosts, which is our local ports. This time we added semicolon 81. Okay, so if we want to access this database for WordPress, we need to go to this which is the 127.0.0.1:81/phpMyAdmin. Now this is quite different from what would have regularly if we go to 127.1.0.0.1/phpMyAdmin. It's quite different from it. Okay, so if you check, we have Bitnami, WordPress, MySQL, size, and in this one we have information schema, MySQL. So they're quite different. The difference is just replacing WordPress with phpMyAdmin. Okay, so for some reason, if you need to know about your database, you could actually go to that link, but we're not touching that in that video. So we're golden, guys. I have successfully installed WordPress on my computer, and this would enable me to customize my WordPress on my computer just the way I want without no internet connection. Now in the next section of the video, we would talk about installing WordPress on a live server. Okay, but for this section, I'm just going to use this section to play around and show us about the WordPress administrative dashboard and some features. Okay, and I'll see you on the next video. Now on the next video, I'm going to show us another option to install WordPress, which we could also use and which Mac users can also use.